Well guys, we're here with none other than Layne Ohlinberg from Risky Habits, based out of Leduc, Alberta, and he's gonna walk us through his 1999 Ford Ranger. Layne, how you doing today?
Not too bad.
Good, man. Okay, take me through this. What are we working with under the hood here?
It's just a basic rods, pistons, 6-liter LS, nothing real special. It was a $500 junkyard engine. We ran it stock bottom end for a year. Decided to do rods and pistons in it last year so we could lean on the truck just a bit harder.
Of course.
Lots of just performance world goodies on it. We said, let's see how fast we can do on a budget, right? So
yeah, absolutely. What size turbos in here too, actually, while we're here?
We got in touch with Performance World,
yeah, and
kind of got I wouldn't say so much a sponsorship as more of a help me.
Okay.
So when they first come out, this is their 88-102, the competition series turbo.
Right.
We were like one of the first ones to get it.
Okay.
So we got a wicked, they helped us so much on parts and stuff on this thing to really help us get it together and get it to where it is now.
Right, right.
But yeah, it's the 88-102. It's just a cheap air to water intercooler. Cheap, like it's just a budget build, but it's just flat worked for us. So we haven't really, I mean, eventually we'll probably step her up more, but why change it when it's working, right?
Yeah, of course. Now your shop, Risky Habits, based out of Leduc, Alberta here. Is this the type of stuff you guys focus on,
yeah,
builds like this?
This was kind of, when we got the shop, I had the truck.
Yeah.
I paid $800 for it, daily drove it for a few months, and then we got the keys to our shop and we decided let's build like a flagship.
Right.
So originally we had like a 5.3 with 78-75 on it.
Right.
Ran good 10s all the time, but we decided let's go all out and step it up.
What kind of power is this truck making if we had to ballpark? You dyno runs or anything like that on this?
Dyno runs, we made 852, 120.
Okay. Yeah.
I would say right now with our mile per hour, our speed, we're probably closer to 950.
Okay.
We put a new converter in it, that helped huge. We had a buddy's dad gave us the original converter for this. It was just like a 3500 stall off the shelf converter.
Right.
And this year, trying to lean on the truck harder, we just ended up, it was out of converter. We were blowing through it, we were trying to put more power to it and losing mile per hour.
Right, okay.
So we went out and got a Neil Chance bolt together unit, and it's helped. We picked up 10 mile per hour just with a converter.
Of course. So have you ever had this thing on the scales? What kind of weight does this thing tip in at?
With me in it, it's 3550.
Okay.
Like on the nose.
Aside from that, are you normally a quarter mile guy? Or are you an 1/8 mile guy? Do you have a preference as to what you run?
We started out wanting to do quarter mile,
yeah,
but I've had we've been doing mostly 1/8 mile because that's most of the stuff that's put on around here is 1/8 mile.
Right.
So we've been doing 1/8 mile and I've just been having a blast with it.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, Layne, let's go through the rest of the truck. Take me through the interior in here. Obviously, this is going to be caged and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go take a look at the interior, what we're working with, and we'll check out the rest of the truck.
Okay, sounds good.
Perfect. All right, Layne, take me through the interior in here. Obviously, I'm seeing Kirky aluminum, it looks like, over there. What else we got going on in here?
Yeah, we bought this seat. We were going to get a better one for drag and drive, but we bought the torque converter instead. So we raw dogged it in the bare Kirky seat for all Miles of Mayhem.
Right.
But yeah, we actually built the cage ourselves.
Okay.
Bought a bender and said it can't be that hard to build a cage. Bent a couple tubes and decided, yeah, let's do it. So we built the cage ourselves, took it in. It's got an 850 cert cage in it. The dash is gutted. There used to be a big structure behind the dash. We stripped that and it's just the shell, because a lot of the classes we want to race in and stuff require a stock appearing dash. Right. So we tried to make it look as stock as possible. Pretty much just B&M Pro Bandit shifter, reverse pattern, obviously. Homemade chest harpoon for a steering column. Quick release steering wheel. I got my bump and trans brake all up on there.
Can we see the steering wheel?
Just a
There we go, perfect.
Nice
and easy.
one.
Yeah.
I got a Tinker Electronics dash.
Okay.
It works great. No problems with it, and it's cheap. It was cheap too. Like there's $700 to get up here compared to like what Holly Pro Dash would be. So
of course.
And it's worked great. I've loved it. It boots quick. No issues with that. And then yeah, still just on the Holly Terminator X.
Right.
So
okay, let's go check out the back of the truck here. All right, Layne, the box is looking pretty busy back here. Tell me what's going on.
So we got onboard air for our boost control. Lots of guys do CO2, but we figured it'd be kind of handy if we wanted to do drag and drives to have something to pump up some tires if you want. And then we never rigged it up to pump up tires. And then we got our ice box here for our intercooler.
Yep.
And our fuel cell. Obviously battery relocate back here. And then weight. Very important with a mini truck to get some weight back here. It was pretty much the only way we could make the truck hook.
Take me through the tire setup on this thing and suspension and that.
Up front was, yeah, like just the basic cut. We cut the coils to get the front lower and put Lakewood 9010s on it. Out back were Caltrac split monoleafs, slider boxes, QA1 double adjustables, and then we got a Ford 9-inch. We're running Mickey Thompson ET drag slicks. We tried radials for 2 seasons and decided with a truck, you know, talking to a lot of faster guys, they said, put a slick on it. You're running a truck, you're gonna struggle. So we went to a slick and it's really just, it's been a game changer for us.
Well, we have a busy week this week. There's Miles of Mayhem going on and no Prep 8 here at Central Alberta Raceway. So we're gonna see if we can capture quite a few of your runs and follow along and see how you do this week. So best of luck. Hey, thanks for taking the time to chat with us and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Here's Layne Ohlinberg with his Ford Ranger pulling up to the line. Now Layne is currently sitting in the 2nd place position for the Pro Street class. Now this Ford Ranger might not come as a surprise, but it's no longer Ford powered. Looking for that low 580 time here to get him even closer in contention to try to get that #1 spot. It's looking good. He's hauling us. Oh, 576. No good. No good. So let's see how Layne does. Well, if it isn't Mr. Layne Ohlinberg. How you doing today, man?
Not too bad. I got to sleep in my own bed tonight last night. So
that sounds,
it was nice.
That sounds pretty good. So day 5, we're back here at Rad Torque Raceway, and you are in 2nd spot, but only by 5/1000ths of a second. Talk to me about today and your heads-up competition here with James.
We did the math last night, so we know what we got to run for a number. I got it saved on my phone, so if he goes up and runs a number, we're going to go up there and try and run a number better than that to get us the win.
It sounds like it's going to be an all-day battle between you two.
Yeah.
The nice thing, though, is I was over chatting with James a little bit earlier, and it seems like there's nothing but respect between the two of you. He had problems yesterday at Rimby, and he said you were more than happy to be helping him out to get him running again today.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't want to win. I don't want to win by somebody going out, right? I'd rather take a win fair and square, or at least have the competition be there. So I was willing to try and do everything we could to try and help him out.
Absolutely, and that's it. You don't want to win when a guy's down. You want to beat a guy at his best, and that's what you're hoping to do today. So good luck out there, and let's see if you can get that #1 spot.
Thanks.
581. Wow. Well, Layne, first pass of the day, back at Rad Torque, and you run a 581. I think you got to be pretty happy right about now.
Feels good, yeah.
I can't blame you, man. Well, congratulations on that pass. I have a feeling, I mean, of course, anything could happen. These guys could come back and run a perfect 580, but you literally have a 100th of a second here chance for them to pull that off, and that's really tough to run a perfect 580, you know? So, maybe I'm saying this in advance, but congratulations on Miles of Mayhem here. Looks like you might be our first place winner. Let's hope for the best here, man. Congrats on that run.
Thanks. Yeah.
Fender race in the last race.
Hey, that was a guy, seen your guys side by side. That was a good one.
And number one in first place for Pro Street with an average of 5.89 goes to car number 35, Layne Ohlinberg. Yeah.
Great.
Risky habits.
Every class gets $1,000 check.
Better ride that off.